meshing all this together, I suppose, and I know it's only been one training session and Sunday, but what's been done to try and rectify some of these, possibly even mental issues as much as anything, between now and tomorrow?
Identify them in terms of review them, of course, and talk them through. And just the message is that we're not going to take a wrecking ball to it. We've done a lot of work in a short period of time. I think everybody accepts that and understands that. We're not this ridiculously poor team that's collapsed after 10 days, like we talked about. And we have to believe in what we're doing, and we just have to rectify concentration, discipline, helping each other out, one mistake not becoming two, and making it more difficult for the opposition. We don't get a free header in the penalty area. We don't get a pass back from the halfway line. We certainly don't get a ridiculously cheap penalty as they did on Saturday. But I totally understand it that we've got beat 3-1, and for me that is the frustrating part of it, and stuff that we can't accept easily and lightly and cheaply, and we have to work our way through it.
We've discussed in this room, haven't we, about players needed, or types of players needed, and positions that need filling in January. But with the departures in the summer, is just as importantly, there were a lot of characters that got sold, regardless of how much they played, and some of them played a lot, of course, but character and leadership was sold at the weekend, in the summer.
Yeah.
And that's essentially just as irreplaceable as talent.
Well, I think so, and I build on that. I build on culture. I build on talent as well, young talent, and the balance from an experience point of view. But it's an unforgiving league, as it was against Preston and as it was against Derby. And at times, yeah, I think we all understand that. But other players have to step up through. The players that maybe weren't those out and out leaders last season have to take the place of the players that led from the front, and that's how they improve their career from that point of view as well.
Sidibeck had an unbelievable year last year, and he's had a mixed start to this year. In an ideal world, would you take him out of the firing line if you could?
No, not necessarily, because I think he's been okay, and he's played a part for me so far, and getting him back. And do you know what, Andy? Understandably, we're in a profession that is scanned, that is magnified, and you make a mistake on a big occasion, then people are going to come after you. If I make a mistake, people are going to come after me. But we have to be tough, and we have to show the reasons why I've survived, and he will survive. And I've got to say, he didn't go under. He stuck his hand up. He stuck his hand up at the end. He understands he's made a poor decision. I think in terms of the first 6 games, I thought he got hung out to dry, really, and I think everybody did, because of the position that he played and no protection either side of him. So we've changed that. We haven't been battered by anybody in all the games that we've played. City hasn't been exposed. He's a young player trying to find his form. Ideally, we'd like a situation where we've got Blaster back and Davis back and a little bit more experience there, and we'd have had Gyro for maybe the start of the season, so we've had that experience in. But that's not the case, and he's had to fight his way through it. And he, like the other players, have got to stand up and be counted, and it's a testing time. It's a testing time for me at 57. So it's going to be a testing time for a young man in his second full season as a regular, having to carry that department really for the first 6 games on his own, and now with maybe another one and a little bit more experience coming back into the fold.
Cannon and Barry didn't make the matchday squad at the weekend. I know you addressed that on Saturday in the interviews, but what do they have to do, I suppose, to get back in the squad?
Yeah, show me, train, take an opportunity. Ryan's done well, so I made that decision. So you have to make decisions regardless of any sort of things that have happened in the past. I'm not protecting anybody. I have to pick the best team, try to. don't always get that right. Try to pick the best approach, which we feel we are at the moment, because, as I said, it's individual errors that are killing us. We're not getting overwhelmed in sort of any of the games, far from it. So any opportunity, whether it's on the training ground, whether it's minutes starting or coming onto the pitch, they've got to grab that opportunity and stick themselves to the front of the queue.